Apparently, I have to clap to make this official, so here we go. Car video. What's up, Sports Wars? Something that's been on my mind for a little while now. I figured, since we're dropping videos on a more regular basis now, and since apparently we're not afraid to get into controversial topics, I'll go ahead and speak on it. You might not like what I have to say, but, here we are. Nick Bosa, the new star defensive end for the San Francisco 49ers. College football superstar from, I believe, Ohio State. You guys are longtime subscribers and supporters know I'm not a college savant by any means. I'm pretty sure he went to Ohio State. If it turns out he didn't, my apologies. In any case, in the months and weeks leading up to the draft, there was a lot of chatter as far as whether or not Nick Bosa's history on social media would affect his draft stock. And the people who thought that it would legitimately hold him back from being drafted, I think you're all insane. And I was proven right, because he went, boom. No issues, no hesitation, nothing. As far as his history goes, he had a pretty prolific Twitter profile where he was in full-fledged support of President Trump. He criticized a lot of things within black culture, particularly Beyonce and the movie Black Panther, both of which are very prominent within black culture. And he also took it upon himself to call Colin Kaepernick a clown. Whatever. He, like anybody else, is free to have his opinions. However, there has to be a certain understanding at some point of how things land with other people. Now, Nick Bosa, do I know whether or not he's truly a racist or whether he really does have that amount of disdain for things within black culture and heritage or whatever the case? No, I don't know. I can only speculate and assume. Only God and he knows what's really in his heart. However, when you present certain opinions in a certain way, like I say, you're leaving yourself open to that speculation. And now you're transitioning from an environment where you're around primarily young kids, boys, most of whom are black, to now being in an environment surrounded by established, successful, prominent black men. Black men who have families, who have wives, who are raising black children within the overall landscape of America, instructing them how to move, how to handle situations, all of that. Do I think Nick Bosa's history will prevent him from succeeding in the NFL? Absolutely not. Do I think his history will make him a pariah and a targeted figure? Not necessarily. I fully believe Nick Bosa will succeed despite his history. However, I will say that, in my opinion at least, his apology, his whole, kind of effort to try to dial things back, it's a crock of horse shit. I don't think he's sorry for anything of the things that he said. I don't think he's apologetic for holding those views. I don't think he's apologetic for apparently liking posts on Instagram that had racist and homophobic hashtags. I don't think he is sorry for any of that shit, and I don't think he feels any differently. I feel like what he put out there genuinely reflected where he stands with all that. But at the very least, he has enough sense to know that, okay, well, I'm going from a college environment around a good amount of black men, boys, to a professional environment literally surrounded by them. So for the sake of my career, I at least have to make it seem like I'm dialing this stuff back. Because like I say, when you put certain opinions out there and, you're white, you're a well-to-do white kid who grew up in the suburbs, it's going to land differently with different people. If a common black person, much less a successful NFL player, looks at that, they might just raise their eyebrows a little bit. That's all I'm saying. So, do I think he's going to succeed? Yes. One of the more outspoken figures within the league over the last few years, one Richard Sherman, who is now his teammate, basically said, look, you can succeed You know, you can be a presence in the locker room. You can have all whatever opinions you want. At the end of the day, the only thing that really matters is whether or not you can play. And Nick Bosa can play. But you have to understand that in private conversation and interacting with your teammates, when you put certain opinions out there, you may get asked about it. You may get approached about it. You may even get pressed about it. That's the reality that all of this social media stuff has created. A lot of opinions that guys used to keep to themselves, one way or the other, they're putting out there now on a public forum. And when you do that, you can expect to get a reaction for it. When Kaepernick and various others, you know, put their stances and their beliefs out there, there was a reaction. A lot of people didn't like it. They made the fact that they didn't like it known. So if that's the new standard, if that's the, you know, the basis that we're working on, Nick Bosa doesn't get a pass. No matter what kind of apology he gets or whatever he, you know, puts out there to try to sweep it under the rug. Like, no, bro, you can and you more than likely will be asked about this stuff. But it's more than likely going to be before and after the game, because when it's game time, trust me, players want to win, and they can, you know, take all your little opinions and put it to the side, all for the sake of winning. Believe me, they'll do that. But yeah, that's just something I wanted to speak on right quick. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate, a lot of kickback for this video, but as we said, a year and a half ago, this channel really isn't the channel for your feelings, and this isn't the Jeremy Show. There's a lot of different opinions around here, and you're going to be hearing them more and more as we move on. But that's all I got for you now. That's going to be the conclusion of this car video. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Peace out.